Talk to me. WSRadio.com.
Welcome to Performance in Motion with your host, Dr. Deniz.
Hey folks, we're back. Are you ready for another segment of unbelievable information, but more than that, with a gentleman who lives what he's speaking, Dr. Nybo.
Hey, thank you. Nybo. That's what I always hear you saying that.
That's right.
So you asked me, thank you for asking me about 52 kindness experiments, and I'm just working on that book right now. One of those is what you just talked about, which is, I call it high five.
Cool.
Practice talking and saying hello to 5 people. That can't be that hard. I want to give you another one. I call it the Rottweiler and orangutan, and that's the story. But the point, the experiment is to restrain your orangutan. Now,
Wow.
I got to explain that. Restrain your orangutan.
You
So
have to make the noise and go, ooh,
yeah,
ooh.
it's always helpful.
Yeah.
But there have been hurricanes and all those things that we see right now.
Yeah, true.
Back in '91, there was a hurricane in Florida, and it devastated a lot of things. But it blew down a particular place, a tourist attraction called Monkey Jungle, which you can imagine. There were all kinds of apes and primates and monkeys running all over. And I had watched a news show, and they had sent a crew out to look at the devastation.
Right.
And while they were filming, an orangutan came running down. Well, running. They don't run. He came lobing, just strolling down the middle of the street. Now, get the picture. There's no houses. It's all been devastated, and this orangutan is just loping along. He's swinging his arms side to side, front, back. And as the camera followed this orangutan, out from one of the fenced areas, a Rottweiler came charging. And you know how big a Rottweiler is? I mean, it looked like 200 pounds of angry dog that has been through hell and back, right?
Right.
And he is charging this orangutan, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, this poor monkey, it's gonna ape. They'll tell you it's an ape. It's gonna
Ape
get
monkey,
ape monkey. It's gonna get attacked, and this Rottweiler lunged at it, leapt in the air, and it's snarling. Its teeth are bared. And I'm like, I can't believe what I'm about to see. And the next thing stunned me. This orangutan continued on. It never turned its head to look at the Rottweiler.
Wow.
And as that Rottweiler in the air gets within 3 feet, that orangutan just backhanded it with its one hand, never breaking stride, never even looking. It's as if the Rottweiler didn't exist. And the Rottweiler flew head over heels backwards, landed on the street, and the monkey just kept going. Yeah, wow. And I went, oh my gosh, here's the thing. That first of all, who knew it had so much power?
Right.
It had so much power, it didn't even have to be aware of what it was doing. And it struck me like lightning. We all have an orangutan. Wow. We all have so much power. Do you know the people that are around us that care the most about us, our loved ones? We can smack them down and not even know it. We can hurt people without even being aware. And I've heard people say, "Why are you yelling?" And the person say, "When?
Wow.
When was I yelling?"
Wow.
You're not even aware of it. And I got to tell you, you want to try a kindness experiment, try to restrain your orangutan. For 1 week, think about what is the thing that I do? And if you don't know, ask the people around you, because believe me, they've been struck by it. And blows me away. I mean, is that an amazing story?
I have to tell you that the visual, I wish we could show the folks here,
Yeah.
you know, if we had something. And just to, you know, I'm a very visual person, and the power that he must have had or possessed to be able to do that. And, you know, I got to tell you, when you just said a week, wow, my brain started thinking, okay, that's a long time. How about if we start with an hour,
Right.
and then maybe a day, and then work to that 7 days? That would be tremendous. I've been told from people pretty close to me the first thing that comes out and says, you know what, you definitely are intense. And I said, what does that mean?
Yeah.
And in short, they basically say, well, you come at us pretty hard. Now, it's interesting. The people that are really, really close to me that know me say, well, it comes from passion, and that's truly the truth. I need to work on my delivery, so I need to tone down that orangutan.
Yes. There you go. You're right there. And I got to believe people listening are like, oh, I have one. And sometimes it's when we get angry, sometimes when, who knows. Yeah. But the thing is the power of that story is that we do it and we are unaware.
Wow.
To become aware of the impact we have on others and to hold it back, that's power. That is amazing. And the good, and we talked about environment.
Right.
Imagine an environment where people aren't being struck emotionally, where they aren't afraid. I've been in a life where it's like, don't get this person mad.
Right.
And once you do, all right, all bets are off. And nobody likes that kind of a life.
No,
restrain your orangutan.
Yeah, speaking of, when you say the word restrain, I mean, one of my favorite movies is called, with Denzel Washington, Remember the Titans.
Right.
And obviously football's pretty aggressive sport. I think hockey's a little bit more aggressive, and MMA also. But anyway, his as an amazing, passionate coach, he says to the team, you can have controlled aggression. And it's interesting how that covers, honestly, so many aspects of life where when we have restraint, even in Spider-Man, right, with great power comes great responsibility. So what do you have to do? You have to restrain.
Right.
And that's, I think, where true strength comes in. And studying martial arts, that's what I've been taught from my sifus and senseis, is that when you have this ability to hurt, you have to restrain. It's almost not a choice.
Right.
Unless you want a negative result.
That's right. That's right. And I really resonate with your thought of, wow, a week, that's a long time. Could I do this for an hour? Could I do this for 10 minutes? Absolutely. One of the first steps would be, and so by the way, less is more. That's enough to work on right there. That's enough material. Restrain your orangutan.
Right.
Now, don't just think about it, actually practice. And the way you do that is today or tonight, write down the people that you love the most. That's all.
There's a lot.
Just a list.
Yeah, that's a big list.
That's a big list.
Big list.
Tomorrow, say, how have I hurt them?
Wow. That's powerful.
Yeah. But you know what? I know that's hard. But a week from now, a year from now, you're not doing it anymore. It's a chance for huge change just by trying that one act of kindness.
It's interesting how we share these insights, and, you come to me for pretty much physical training. However, I benefit at the same level when we share these insights and thoughts. And I have to tell you that my family back east really shared this with me, and I'm not going to get emotional here, but it's very powerful. And they said, there was a point where we really were scared to speak with you, that we were walking on eggshells. And you know what's funny is you're not that person anymore. And we can share anything, and basically saying it is a safe environment and we can communicate about anything. And if we don't agree, it's okay.
Yes.
So I have to tell you that part of me being a student in your classes for, it was roughly a year, has definitely transformed me and added to this balance in life.
That's right. Well, it isn't the person who has the strength that you have. Imagine how much restraint you have that in balance. Imagine how much emotional intelligence you have to balance that level of strength. Because, dude, seriously, you are strong, and I see it, and I know the kind of workouts you do, and you practice what you preach in huge ways.
Thank you. One of my role models growing up, actually, there's two. One was Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
And he weighed, I think, 140 pounds, but
dripping wet.
Dripping wet. Pound for pound, one of the strongest human beings in the world, and he was a weapon.
Yes.
However, he spoke about restraint.
Yeah.
And he spoke about sharing the ways of not only talking about something but living it. Second one was Jack LaLanne. He died at 97 years old. He was doing the butterfly stroke, which is the hardest out of the four, against the current for an hour, first thing in the morning. Then he'd lift weights for an hour.
Yeah.
So my strength is nothing compared to his.
Right. Well, so my thought on this is, what if you had 52 kindness experiments? You just have to work on one this week. Wow. A year's worth of ways to surprise your family, make friends, and improve the world. And, by the way, your life. So that's what I'm working on. 52 of these. Restrain your orangutan is one. High five is another. You know, if you go to, I don't want to pitch myself, but
go for it.
NealNybo.com, NealNybo. And if you sign up, when the book comes out, I'll let you know. And, you know, you get started and off you go.
Well, folks out there, I signed up, so I'm on his mailing list, and I look forward to his daily information and recommendations, and definitely making a change. All right, folks, we got one more segment left. This is WSRadio.com.
Hi, this is Rob Barnett, CEO and founder of VinVillage.com and the Wine and Dine Show on Vin Village Radio. Do you have a wine, event, product, or service to promote? Then contact VinVillage.com to reach thousands of wine lovers across the country. VinVillage connects like-minded wine enthusiasts with unique and exclusive wines, events, products, and services. To learn more, contact us on VinVillage.com. VinVillage is where wine lovers connect.
Life is full of misadventures, from car crashes to home fires to getting choked out on the mat. Yes, I said getting choked out because I'm Carlos Kramer, jiu-jitsu competitor, MMA and media personality, and mild-mannered insurance agent. You can follow my adventures on Kick-Ass Radio, and I can protect you from life's misadventures at Kramer Insurance. Home, auto, life, business, and workers' comp. We're at KramerINS.com, and I want you to join my world.
You've heard me bragging about Progressive Medical Center and how they've helped me feel so much healthier. But one thing, Dr. Agoli, that a lot of people come to you with is just unexplained pain. They just can't get any relief. Why can Progressive Medical Center's Pain Management Center help them?
First of all, we have to acknowledge that pain is for real, and you've got acute pain and chronic pain. Here's the problem. That acute pain turns to chronic, which is long-standing, and no one's getting to the root cause. There's several key diagnostic components that help us get to the root of what's causing this pain. Is it inflammation? Once we do a thorough evaluation to get to the root cause, determine if it's structural or if it's a metabolic issue. And this way, we put an individualized program for pain management involving correcting the spine, using certain injections when necessary, and we get our patients out of pain quicker, and they stay out of pain because we teach them how to live their life well.
Don't let yourself live in pain any longer. Get a hold of Progressive Medical Center today at ProgressiveMedicalCenter.com.
Progressive Medical, this is your life, live it well.
Nowadays, internet devices are an integral part of your home. Everyone in your family has a smartphone, tablet, or a computer. Life is easier knowing that all your devices are secured and your family can surf the internet carefree. ESET Multi-Device Security Pack does just that. One license for all your devices. With ESET, it's simple to stay protected and save money. Enjoy safer technology with ESET Multi-Device Security Pack at ESET.com. That's ESET.com.
You take your smartphone almost everywhere you go. Now WSRadio.com can be there too. Search WS Radio in the Play Store for your Android devices or iTunes for Apple and download the WS Radio application. WSRadio.com on your phone and in your ear everywhere you go. Download the WS Radio application. Do it now. It's very easy. WSRadio.com.